Hi there! Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. Let me turn this volume down here. I'm doing that Vectrex video that I was talking about last time. For this, there's a reason I'm playing Hyperchase using my overdrive controller and having the 3D imager on my head. Now, I know the 3D imager is not actually used in Hyperchase, but these two items actually have something in common with a package that I just received, and I wanted to give a moment, sort of a commentary about what an amazing world the Vectrex homebrew community is, and people who make stuff for the Vectrex these days, because the level of what I can only refer to as customer service is stellar. And these two items are kind of related to that package I just got. Now, let me talk about these individually. I'm going to do separate reviews for these at another time, but I just wanted to point out, when I got the overdrive controller from Fury Unlimited, I was using that Vec Flash cart that I had for like 10 years or so, and unbeknownst to me, it was kind of starting to decay. Like, that problem that I had when I talked about it was starting to act up, and I didn't realize that at the time. I plugged this in and started playing a driving game, and suddenly the game just died on me. And I thought, oh, the only thing that's new is this overdrive controller. So I got in touch with George over at Fury Unlimited, and he was on it right away. He replied to me, he kept me in the loop. He said that he tests each one of these units on like 2 or 3 different Vectrexes, and he wanted to assure me, no, there's no reason your screen should be going blank there. So he made various recommendations for me to try. He even, I don't know if he was even going to say, look, just send me that one and I'll either repair it or send you a new one. Like, he was 110% ready to help me out, and I really appreciated that. Thank you, George. As it turns out, the overdrive is perfectly fine. And again, I'll do a separate review of that another time. The 3D imager, and again, another review another time. When I first assembled this, now I don't have the color wheel in there. It uses a little spinning wheel to give you the 3D image. When I first opened up the package, I actually made a mistake. I was just fumbling around with the parts. You put a magnet on there to hold the spinning disc, and unfortunately I was just playing around. I just stuck the magnet on before I had the color wheel in there, and I couldn't get the magnet back off, and I thought, oh, I've just broken this 3D imager, or I've made it unusable. So I got in touch with Johannes of Madtronics, who makes this. Immediately, he got back to me. He said, okay, you know what? You can very carefully just use like a very thin knife and just carefully lift it off, and then put the color wheel on, and you'll be fine. And I did, and everything was great. And in fact, Johannes even said, you know what? I'm going to clarify in my instructions to people that they should actually be very careful to put the color disc on first before you put the magnet on. And thank goodness, I hope he has done so. If anybody else wants to get one of these, highly recommend it. And yes, make sure you put the color wheel on before you put the magnet on. I learned that the hard way. Regardless, I was really impressed at how immediately Johannes got to me from Madtronics. That was fantastic. Now, a little while ago, I was doing a little review of this, the Vec Multi-Cart by Richard Hutchinson. Really, really stupendous. This is a great, terrific little multi-cart. It'll serve all of your needs. And in my video, I did mention that the previous Vec Multi-Cart, or Vec Flash cart that I had, also from Richard, was giving me some trouble. Like, it would sort of die, and it would have to be like re-plugged in a few times before it would work. Richard actually saw that video, and he very kindly said, you know what, I'm very glad you like the Vec Multi. It's kind of bothering me that Vec Flash is not working. Why don't you send it to me and I'll fix it, free of charge. And I thought, well, it's super nice of you, but okay, sure. Guess what's in this envelope? That's right. The original Vec Flash Multi-Cart. So, let's plug this in and see if it's fully functional. Now, a problem that I mentioned when I was doing the Vec Multi review was this Vec Flash cart was getting to a certain age, and I had to keep plugging and unplugging it in order to make it work. So I'm just going to plug it right in once here and see what happens. And we're looking good. It's functional. Great. All right, so let's use the overdrive here and see what we got. Yeah, those are all my original games on there. I don't know if I've actually got any of my overdrive compatible games loaded on here. So I'll swap the controller here. Give me a second. Okay, so we're doing well. We're all hooked up. I'm going to play one of my favorite homebrew games with the Vectrex. Alright, well I think that's enough of Wormhole. Love that game. I'm going to do a review of it another time. So now I'm going to reset it and try another game. Yeah, we're right back to the main menu. This is perfect. So let's do another one of my favorites. Well, there we go. Moonlander works and Wormhole works, and I am super, super happy. So I'm just going to reset the list here before that spaceship crashes. What can I say? Thank you very much, Richard. That's really, really kind of you to get that working again for me. I know it's definitely fixed because I would have to plug that thing in several times, and I'll give it a proper full play time just to make sure. I mean, I love playing the Vectrex, so that's certainly not a chore. But I'm really, really pleased, and I just got to say that the Vectrex community, like I say, George from Fury, Johannes from Madtronics, Richard, all of you guys are really, really great that you do these things and you're reachable and you're really, really support the community very well. So thank you very much. As a Vectrex fan, we all appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.